Friendship Beyond Borders, August 1936. Berlin, the city is covered in flags. Red banners, black swastikas, music, marching, and pride. But this is more than an Olympic Games. It's a stage for Adolf Hitler's Germany, to show the world what they call Aryan supremacy. Among the athletes walking into the Grand Stadium is a young man from America. Jesse Owens, 20-3 years old. A sprinter, a long jumper, a black man in a world that tells him he doesn't belong. Every stare, every whisper reminds him that he's different. And on the other side stands Luz, long, tall, blonde, blue-eyed, confident. The pride of Germany. The image of perfection in Hitler's ideology. Two men, two worlds. No one could have imagined they'd become friends. It's the day of the long jump. The stadium is packed. Up high in the stands, Hitler is watching. Every jump feels like a statement. Owens runs. First jump foul. Second, another foul. One more mistake and he's out. He sits down, head in his hands. Sweat dripping, heart heavy. Maybe they're right, he thinks. Maybe I don't belong here. A shadow approaches. A hand reaches out. I'm Luz, the man says. You're jumping great. Just a little too close to the board. Owens looks up, startled. His rival, the man Hitler expects to win, is helping him. Luz smiles gently. Move back a few inches. You'll be fine. You jump farther than I do anyway. Just make it to the finals. In those blue eyes, there's no arrogance, only kindness. Owens nods. He adjusts his mark. And he qualifies. The finals. Every eye fixed on the track. Owens runs, leaps, soars, and lands to 8.06 meters. Gold medal. Victory. History. The crowd explodes. And the first man to run toward him is not his teammate, not an American, but Luz Long, the German. They embrace. Two men, black and white, under the Nazi flag. Owens later said, Luz Long was the first to congratulate me. You could melt down all my medals and they wouldn't be worth what that friendship meant. That night, they walked together through the Olympic Village. No rivals now, just two men. Owens talked about his poor childhood in Alabama. Luz spoke of a Germany that was changing too fast. They talked about freedom, about fear, and about what it means to truly respect another human being. Then came the war. Luz Long was drafted into the German army. Owens went home to America, where even as an Olympic champion, he couldn't stay in the same hotel as white athletes. He said, when I came back, there was no welcome for me. But in Germany, a German treated me like a brother. In 1943, a letter arrived. Sent from the battlefield in Sicily. Jesse, my friend, I don't know if I'll ever see you again. But I want you to know the moment we embraced in Berlin was the greatest of my life. If I do not return, please go to Germany, meet my son, and tell him about his father's friend, Jesse Owens, so he will understand that friendship is not about race or politics, but about the heart. It was the last letter Owens ever received. Soon after, Luz Long was killed in action. He was 30 years old. When Owens heard the news, he wept. Not just for a friend, but for a world that had lost one of its purest souls. Years later, Owens fulfilled the promise. He traveled to Germany, met Luz's son, Kai Long. He told him everything. Kai listened, eyes wide, and said, my father always spoke of his friend from America. Owens said in an interview, you can win a lot of medals, but the greatest award I've ever received is my friendship with Luz Long. Their story spread across books, films, classrooms, and hearts around the world in a world divided by color, religion, and politics. Two men on opposite sides of history showed us something timeless. True victory isn't measured by medals, but by how we treat one another as human beings. In 1980, Jesse Owens passed away. People read Luz Long's letter once more, and many cried. In Germany, a street was named Luz Longley. In America, children still hear their story in school. Two men, two nations. One friendship. a legacy that whispers through time that true friendship can cross every border and outlast every war.